Doosra Point, hosted by Paris and Mosul.
Pakistan win the World Cup. India lift the World Cup. That's a big six.
Three, two, one, and we're live, Mr. Pasha. Back to Houston.
Back to Houston after watching the game. I guess Pakistan-India game is one of the things we'll talk about, but I guess we'll talk about overall कि Asia Cup में क्या हुआ, especially with Pakistan cricket, and अब आगे क्या करना है, I guess. But it's shocking, embarrassing, humiliating. पता नहीं जो भी आप उस तरह के आप अल्फाज यूज कर सकते हैं इस वक्त.
I think the performance was infuriating. The way they played, it wasn't not just batting, bowling, or fielding, but the planning, team selection, you name it. There was a problem in that section for Pakistan.
Yeah, there's not a single thing I thought कि कोई, besides Shoaib Malik, I think that was the only player that sort of did well in the whole series, in the whole tournament. But besides that, तो मतलब, like you said, all three departments, average भी नहीं, I would say, इतना बुरा खेला है कि मैंने बहुत अरसे बाद देखा है इतनी बुरी परफॉर्मेंस.
हाँ, और कभी-कभार आप कहते हैं यार कि okay, the result doesn't justify what happened, in those 100 overs. But it wasn't like that. It was just bad.
It was no contest, यार.
It was.
मतलब there was a gap between हम अफगानिस्तान से खेल रहे थे तो कितना close match था. For a second you forgot कि यार this is Afghanistan. I mean they are still. They were minnows maybe a year ago.
And they almost won.
And they almost won. And then we were... I was, क्या कहते हैं, happy कि भाई अफगानिस्तान को हरा दिया. But in hindsight, I'm now saying, yeah, we should have beaten them hands down. But again, they, of course, have come a long way as well. So Afghanistan cricket itself, for me, they were the team to talk about actually for the tournament because they did so well. Unke sare matches were close and they could have actually won all. They could have beaten India, they could have beaten us, they beat Bangladesh, they beat Sri Lanka. So they could have easily made the final, and more deservingly probably than Bangladesh or Pakistan actually. I would have say right now that if it was an India-Afghanistan final, actually it might have been more fitting.
Absolutely, more interesting.
More interesting.
Afghanistan is definitely an exciting bunch. I enjoyed watching them, honestly, regardless of what happened with Pakistan. But if you could just focus on Afghanistan, that team is fun to watch. After Sri Lanka, when they were minnows and Sanat Jaisur and Kala Udrana and that new change of tactic, they were good to watch. This team is so exciting to watch. Whether you talk about Shahzad's batting up front or bowling, their fielding has come a long way.
Rashid Khan is, number one bowler for a reason, right?
Rashid Khan, he's turning into a good all-rounder.
He's a superstar for Afghan cricket.
For Afghanistan cricket?
He's a superstar, yeah.
Apparently he's Pakistani, by the way.
No way.
Yeah, apparently Nadra broke the story that he had a fake Pakistani NIC or something, and then he went. Yeah, there's a controversy on that, but who cares? He's playing for Afghanistan.
But Pakistan, to jitna buri tarah hum hare hain, I don't even know where to start because I guess I would say probably the best place to start is with Sarfaraz for me.
Yeah, let's dissect it. So start with Sarfaraz.
Sarfaraz ki pehli cheez to captaincy was very ordinary for me. मतलब कोई attacking mindset, जो उसकी reactions, एक तो उसके obviously reactions is not new. He's always been quite reactive on the field and चीखना चिल्लाना and his attitude, whatever. That I've never been a fan, but now with his captaincy and of course with his form, it's like he hasn't, except for the Sri Lanka 50 जिसमें भी Pereira ने drop किया और एक दो और catches भी drop हुए थे. He hasn't really done anything. I'm completely going to discount the series with Zimbabwe because I don't think you should even consider that now. Considering that when you play the top tier, आपका जो gap evident हुआ है अब after this tournament, and to be honest, I don't even think that Bangladesh, Afghanistan, and Sri Lanka are in that top tier. India is, the top tier. हम जो इस bottom tier इन्हीं के साथ हैं, हम bottom tier में अफगानिस्तान इन teams की हम tier में आ गए हैं मेरे हिसाब से the way we played. It was surprising because जितना भी है unexpected था. At least मेरे दिमाग में इतनी बुरी performance मैं expect नहीं कर रहा था.
Yeah, it was really bad.
So Sarfaraz, it starts with him. He couldn't bat to save his life. एक इंडिया के उसमें स्कोर किया, but again, in modern day cricket, 60-70% strike rate in any pitch, in my opinion, और इतनी भी बुरी कोई pitches नहीं थी, is just unacceptable. सही है 2 विकेटें गिर गई हैं वो, but you gotta rotate the strike. You gotta keep going. वरना you might as well score 237 हमने last match में score किए थे, but you see how easily Rohit and Dhawan chased that.
We also walk in the Rohit Sharma's simple catch. Very simple.
Catches तो मतलब पहले मैच में हमने कितने 5 catches drop किए थे, इसमें 2-3 catches drop. Catching को तो पता नहीं क्या हो गया था यार. As if we forgot how to catch.
Steve Rickson गया और ये उनकी fielding बिल्कुल ही I don't think there is a correlation, but
it can't be कि यार एक बंदा चला गया तो एकदम से आपकी इतनी
drop हो गई. Seems like अगर आप उसको chronological उसमें देखें, he goes and these guys can't catch again.
तो ये, I mean, it has to be something. या तो pressure इतना था. Pressure does, can have an impact on the game and how people are feeling it. वो pressure situation भी हम handle नहीं कर पाए.
I think more than pressure, they were complacent. एक तो होता है कि you're cracking under pressure. शायद towards the end of the tournament, pressure बहुत build हो गया था कि कुछ हो नहीं रहा था. शुरू में they just looked complacent. They thought they were. That's my opinion. I think they thought we got this, and they clearly didn't have enough tools to win that.
But yeah, I mean, for me,
Hassan Ali. Now again, people say when he was performing, you were saying great things about him. All of a sudden, he's a villain here, and that's how it happens. You don't perform, you get a lot of criticism. But Hassan Ali looked super ordinary. But staying on Sarfaraz, to me, Sarfaraz as a batsman, he's a number 7, number 6. He's a keeper who can bat a little bit. At best,
he is not a number 4.
He is,
but by any means. तो मैं तो surprised था. He promoted himself up the order, but he एक match में उसने 40 किए, but besides that, so he's done nothing. And technically, I also don't feel like he's number 4.
He's not there. He's a very, very busy cricketer. He doesn't have the temperament to just hold his ground and build his inning and do when it.
He's not your Babar Azam. He's not that sort of caliber of batting या Shoaib Malik वाली जो pure batsman होते हैं. He's like you said, keeper है who can bat a bit. But he's not your कोई धोनी नहीं है आपका जो keeper batsman.
And I don't think he even applies himself like that.
Exactly. Now उसके stats, even अभी तक भी stats जो हैं वो warranty करते हैं. And he's had a batting slump for not just one international cricket, even test matches में जो शुरू में सरफराज था जब आया था when he made his name, his batting was much better than. So he's actually beyond a slump for me. That this has become.
He's struggling.
He's really.
He's
struggling.
clearly struggling against India. He was playing to me very well. He almost got to. He had done all the hard work.
He had done.
To me, I always say my batting coach or my coach always used to be more pissed with me or my fellow teammates when we would get out. Scoring after scoring 30 runs.
एकदम set होके.
Once you set, जब पे wicket कैसे भी 30-40 रन बन गए, फिर out होना ज़्यादा बुरा समझा जाता है as compared to if you get out under 20 or under 10. As a captain, very responsible. As a batsman, very irresponsible. Especially when you are a captain, you should lead from the front. I didn't see that from him at all. As a captain, he was really bad. I haven't been a fan of Sarfaraz's brand of captaincy, which is not giving bowlers that space. Fielding में हमेशा बोलते रहता है. He's been dropping catches himself. I'm not a fan of Sarfaraz as a captain, and I don't know if they should drop him or demote him or have someone else. I don't know who. that's a separate discussion.
But classic example था मेरा कि जब बांग्लादेश जब 3 विकेटें गिरी थी, they were 17 for 3. यार अभी 4 ओवर जुनैद ने कराए हैं, 4 ओवर शाहीन ने कराए थे, एंड मैच फंसा हुआ था. obviously we were really on top, एंड क्या उसने दोनों को हटा दिया. हसन अली आ गया या दूसरी तरफ से नवाज आ गया, स्लिप भी नहीं रखी हुई, यू नो एज निकला. मुशफिकर की विकेट थी सिर्फ जो लेनी थी हमें, and the match would have been pretty much over because he's the only batsman that's been scoring for Bangladesh. ना आपका शाकिब खेल रहा है, ना आपका तमीम खेल रहा है. I mean, you have a second string Bangladesh team that you lost to.
Yeah.
And you know, जिस वक्त pressure था, जिस वक्त you had the chance to strike, you had the chance to build pressure, आपने अपने जो है वो शोएब मलिक को भी बॉलिंग दे दी, नवाज को भी बॉलिंग दे दी, जैसे आप चाह रहे हैं कि वो 50 ओवर खेलें. तो ये स्ट्रेटेजिकली जो होता है ना कि when you go for the kill, जो aggressive होते हैं and you judge the situation in terms of कि अभी कहाँ है match or where you could really, you know, make a difference. बिल्कुल ordinary
वो
यार.
killer instinct तो बिल्कुल ही missing है. Against India also you defend 237
और
you don't have
कोई slip नहीं है. मैं तो मैच ग्राउंड में था यार, मैं तो ग्राउंड में देख रहा था कि मैं खड़ा होके कह रहा हूँ कि यार 237 का स्कोर है, आपने 4 फील्डर बाउंड्री पे रखे हुए, जैसे पावर प्ले खत्म हुआ यार, you've got to build dot ball scoring. अगर वो स्कोर करते हैं तो करें, बट इतनी खुली फील्ड में तो कोई भी स्कोर कर सकता है यार. उनको रिस्क लेने की जरूरत है ही नहीं, because you don't have a scoreboard pressure. So the only way you can build pressure is कि आप tight fielding रखें inside the circle and you build pressure that way. When you have an open field, mid off, mid on, पीछे पीछे रखे हुए हैं, एक cover भी रखा हुआ है, और I mean, it was just, you know, I was, you know, मैं तो और, because I made the effort to actually go watch the game, यार. I flew in, you know, excited, go watch the game. चलो बिल्ड हुआ, शोएब मलिक मुशर्रफाज की पार्टनरशिप हुई कि चलो द बिल्डिंग टुवर्ड्स, यू नो, ग्रैंड फिनिश होता है हमारा एक. वो ग्रैंड फिनिश क्या, पिछले लास्ट 8 ओवर में एक चौका नहीं मारा उन्होंने. आसिफ आउट हुआ, आसिफ के 2 छक्के थे which were pretty good, solid hits. But after that last 8 overs we didn't hit a single boundary in a one-day international.
It was a mini. So we started off with a collapse and then we ended with a collapse.
And 237 for a batting line of India. उनके ओपनर्स ही, you know, walk in the park था उनके लिए.
हाँ, पूरा momentum, मतलब आप जलील हो के आ रहे हैं. It wasn't just.
It's the one side. पहला match 162 all out, you know, again, and second time 237 again, very average score.
Comprehensively beaten in all
10
departments.
wickets, pretty much 10 wickets कह लो. I mean, last end में वो एक run out हो गया, and I mean, it was shambles. के, you know, you go to watch a game to be competitive, at least competitive. You know, if they had been competitive and then still you lose, I don't think anybody would have complained at this point in time.
Absolutely not, yeah.
But when you're losing, it's so badly to, obviously your arch rival India, जो जैसा भी India से हारना किसी को भी, you know, नहीं बर्दाश्त होता है, and it's tough.
वो भी इस तरह से हारना.
इस तरह से हारना. तो वसीम अकरम भी यही कह रहा था कि यार हमने भी क्रिकेट खेली है, हम भी जब इंडिया से खेलते थे, it used to be a tough contest, and you know, it used to be close games, but you see the last sort of 5 or 6 games we played with them, bar the Champions Trophy final, they've all been heavily one-sided affairs in India's favor.
वो बस तो बहुत बुरी तरह से अब चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी का खेल हो गया है.
बस खत्म बड़ी. मैं तो शुक्र कर रहा हूँ कि it's probably a blessing in disguise कि हम बांग्लादेश से हार गए, कि फाइनल नहीं खेल रहे कल. वरना तो, you know, I can guarantee you would have lost the third game again by a, you know, we would have been again a heavy defeat.
Yeah, after that kind of performance. अगर आप सही कह रहे हैं, if you had, even if we had won against Bangladesh and, you know, in a nail-biting contest, तो इंडिया के सामने क्या करते हैं?
क्या करते हैं? जो भी, considering the talent in hand and how they were playing.
Because at least in Champions Trophy, you could see them picking themselves up. वो final से पहले 2-3 matches थे, they were beating teams like against England, comprehensively, South Africa, batting well, things were improving. इधर तो शुरू से आखिर तक कोई improvement ही नहीं है, in fact deterioration थी. We still beat Bangladesh and Afghanistan. We played well against them, and then performance just went south from there. So
but yeah, even Sarfaraz captaincy, obviously it starts with him, but then also poor planning, like you said, selection. I mean, when you look at the combination they've played, एक तो combination only change पूरे tournament. I don't think they played with the same team. एक तो bowling हमेशा change होती रही. But the more worrying for me was कि batting beyond एक तो Fakhar नहीं चला. That was the biggest concern. Didn't do anything. In the
Fakhar
whole-
was very irresponsible. It wasn't that he got good deliveries that he got out on. He was just ordinary.
He was just ordinary.
And I understand he plays like that, but clearly,
But clearly, there's something obviously didn't work or click. Imam batted reasonably well. I'm still questionable if Imam is one-day international quality yet or not in terms of strike rate and his ability to hit and sort of score quickly. That's still a question mark for me. He can build an innings, no doubt. He's agar usse test match khila, I said brilliant. He'll probably be great at a test match. But one international, although though he scored runs and especially in the UAE in these pitches, I think it was well suited for him. But if you're playing in India or any other places where an average score should be 300, I'm not sure how Imam will do.
yeah,
We'll see. But obviously he's
very inexperienced. I'm
very
sure he
inexperienced
will.
and he's obviously scored quite a bit. So, and besides Malik, he's the only one who scored. So, he's done reasonably well. But Babar again didn't show up. So Babar was due a big hope.
Yeah.
So he disappointed. So Babar is for me the backbone of the batting.
Power started well.
Babar started well, but last two crucial games he didn't show up.
Yeah.
Malik, of course, we talked about. He was the only sort of player that
The only positive coming out of this.
only positive coming out, and he's been doing well for the last sort of 2 years, anyways. So you couldn't ask more from Shoaib Malik.
Yeah.
But besides that, zero batting.
Yeah.
And they were clearly, for me, at least one batsman, one pure full-time batsman short in the squad. मतलब आप शोएब मलिक के बाद सरफराज who's not a
that's just poor planning.
That's just poor
he
planning.
he didn't look good on that scorecard on number 4.
Number 4, he's
not
not
a batsman.
He's not number 4. आपने हारिस सोहेल को नहीं खिलाया. दूसरे batsman
हारिस सोहेल को एक मैच
खिलाया था. But Haris Sohail should have played, my opinion, considering the batting lineup that we had. They probably put more faith on Sarfaraz, Shadab, and Asif to fill that gap for 4, 5, and 6. But for me, 4 and 5 still, you need pure batsmen in that position, not all rounders or not कि bowling भी करता है और batting भी करता है या keeper batsman है. You need a batsman.
That is the big worrying sign for me. Before we started losing, जब मैंने पहले मैच में when I saw that batting lineup against Bangladesh or Afghanistan, my reaction was, how are we going to do well with this batting lineup against teams like England, Australia, South Africa in their own home countries? How do you see this batting lineup stacking up against those teams when the ball is swinging and bouncing? You need to find those answers.
Yeah.
Sarfraz is not the answer batting at number 5.
मुझे याद है मैं crowd में बैठा हुआ था और पाकिस्तानी को मेरा कहता है यार 2 out हो गए यार मिसबा कहाँ है? Literally,
that's how bad it is, right?
How bad it felt at that point in time is कि यार मिसबा ही होता है एक end तो रोक के मतलब कुछ तो score बना ही लेता हो.
To me, this is the weakest batting lineup on paper I've seen in a very long time.
Which is surprising because like you said कि मैं तो हफीज को मिस करने लगा था end में.
Hafiz would be
better
happy.
than this.
He would be happy right now.
Of course. He's scored 230 in a domestic game right now.
He has a case, man. I was against them picking Hafiz, but after this, I'm eating my words. अगर यही सबको खेलना है, if these are the options you have, then might as well play Hafiz.
Of course, because he can bowl as well now.
The only reason why we were saying Hafiz बूढ़ा हो गया, ये हो गया, वो हो गया, is because we thought we had options, but clearly we don't have any options, and we don't have trust on those options. हारिस सोहेल को अगर trust होता, आप उसको एक मैच तो नहीं खिलाते, आप उसको ज़्यादा मैच खिलाते. शोएब मसूद, Ishan Masood, sorry, I always mess up his name. He's averaging 51 in this state cricket.
But he
didn't get a hit.
He didn't get a hit. why again? Question. You can ask the question, but why was he in the squad
And
to begin with?
it's not that you have too many batsmen. You don't have
You
batsmen.
don't. You आपकी bench strength bowling ही bowling है. अब bench strength batting में कहाँ है? हुसैन तालत को नहीं लेके गए.
No.
So again, he's playing T20 and stuff, one day international. But what is the bench strength? It's hard to name it. Besides Hafiz, किसको खिलाओगे?
I don't know honestly. If Talat Hussain was not good enough to play consistently against Bangladesh and Afghanistan, they didn't play him, then clearly there isn't enough trust or faith in his abilities, right?
Yeah,
Otherwise you would
exactly.
play him.
So
Shan Masood क्या पानी पिलाने गया था खाली. आप उसको खिला लेते.
उसी को खिला लेते या but Shan Masood की भी जगह नहीं मिलती because he's an opener. The Imam and Fakhr for me still open the innings. So where do you fit him? He's the third opener. Babar Azam goes one down. You need a solid, I would say आप हफीज को खिला लो या obviously our favorite फवाद आलम को वापस ले आओ. फवाद
मत शुरू करें फवाद.
वो एक अलग ही घंटा निकल जाएगा. या असद शफीक को ही खिला लो यार. मतलब
अजहर अली को वापस ले आए.
अजहर अली को of course अजहर अली को भूल गए.
हम लोग उसके पीछे पड़े थे कि 270 का स्कोर इज नॉट गुड इनफ. मगर जो आपके हालात हैं, then clearly you're not ready to move on.
But still it comes back to again कि domestic structure में क्या हो रहा है and आप क्या जो groom कर रहे हैं cricketers उसमें से batsmen कहाँ हैं? Because even it feels like a backward step to me कि अगर हम अब इस मौके पे हम वापस भी बात करें कि यार हाफिज को ले आओ, अजहर अली को ले आओ. Even that's a sign for me that things are not working out obviously on the domestic level because Azhar Ali is not your answer, cannot be your answer because Azhar Ali is not a he's not a modern day one day player. He's the 10-20 साल पुराना वाला जो 250 वाला उस 250 जब एक ज़माने में एवरेज स्कोर होता था, फाइटिंग टोटल होता था या above average टोटल होता था, उस ज़माने का प्लेयर सही है. But आजकल when you have the likes of Butler and Warner and all of these guys who play a completely different brand of cricket, bringing back Azhar and even Hafiz to an extent is for me a step backwards. But then what are your choices? So low to hai obviously it's been embarrassing, but I'm also not clear ki you have the World Cup 9 months away.
It's not that. It's just, to me, it's just around the corner. 9
महीने is nothing.
For you to build a team.
आप इसको team build करते हैं 4-5 साल लगते हैं आपको ऐसी कोई World Cup winning team जो होती है doesn't happen overnight. You build something and have that momentum going into a tournament, that big a tournament. Or जो format है इस दफा का. There are no flukes, so no run rates से आप निकल गया, बारिश हो गई आप through. You have to actually be one of the top teams to qualify for the semifinals. इस situation में तो you've already 9 months away in this condition. I'm like questioning कि यार मैं अभी दुबई match देखने गया. Should I had big hopes of making plans of going to watch the World Cup in England. I'm questioning myself right now कि will it be even worth going and watching them play?
I think we'll see what they do from here.
Because we got 3 big series. अभी Australia से खेल रहे हैं full series, New Zealand से खेल रहे हैं full series, and then we're traveling to South Africa. तो ये 3 series में लग पता चल जाएगा because these are all the top tier
teams. There is
teams.
no breathing space for you from here on.
So you will truly get a sense now of what the team is capable of. यही लड़के जो खेल रहे हैं अभी, and they're capable. I'm not saying they're not capable, they're not talented. Maybe I'm hoping that this is a blip. जो होता है कभी कभार हार जीत होती है, it's part of the game, winning and losing. But I'm hoping this is a blip and they'll turn it around. We'll know the true sense of this team over the next sort of 4 months, pretty much. By the end of the year, you'll have a very good idea.
Quickly they turn around, yeah.
Do they turn it around? Are they really capable? Can they handle pressure? All of that things will be answered. Let's see. But quite disappointing.
I will say one thing: if they were consistently playing in the series, if they were playing, say if they had picked Hussain, yet Shan Masood या Haris Sohail consistently हर मैच में खेले होते perform नहीं किया तो मैं कहता they're trying something and that didn't work out. Not playing those guys, to me it seems like वो जो यासिर शाह मिडिल लेग की लाइन करा था ऑस्ट्रेलिया में और हम कह रहे थे ये कर हो क्या रहा है. It wasn't कि तो ये मुझे इस तरह की mind boggling tactic लगी and I hope they quickly fix the mindset. I don't think it's resources as much. Resource के crunch तो एक आया हुआ है रहेगा. मगर the way they are managing their resources, the resource management is questionable and I hope they are able to change their mindset and do something quickly. कि they realize कि मसला है क्या. मसला is not कि we don't have options. You have those half options. Use those options.
Yes.
Quickly, I want to talk to you about Asif Ali. He's exciting, but I'm very disappointed with him also. Seems like Asif Ali is someone who can only score quick 20, 30 runs, and that's all he's good for.
Well, I always thought he was only there for the quick 30, 40 runs. I've never expected him to be कि वो centuryयां बना रहा होगा because he's not that pure. Again, batsman वो जो pedigree होती है, I haven't seen that in him. He is a big hitter. He's great in that space. But if you ask him to carve an innings or chase under pressure and all of that, I'm not sure. एक तो obviously inexperience भी है, but domestic experience तो है. It's not like he's 18 years old.
Yeah.
He's seasoned in that sense. So again, Bangladesh के खिलाफ भी last match में जब इमाम और आसिफ बैट कर रहे थे, तो they did have a decent partnership and they could have taken it home. I mean, कोई run rate pressure इतना ज़्यादा नहीं था. But again, I felt temperament wise
बिल्कुल maturity
नहीं थी. Imam, I mean, अभी stump हुआ है आसिफ अली, and what are you doing? At 80 आप score कर चुके हैं.
He was out of breath. He wanted to just make a getaway. It was a nothing shot.
No, it was a nothing shot. And Imam, for me, isn't the big hitting sort anyways, right? तो वो graft करे और बाउंड्री शाउंड्री मार ली इधर उधर सही है, पर वो कोई छक्के नहीं मारने वाला.
मैं इस वक्त तो चाहिए जो शायद छक्के ना मारे कम से कम खड़े होकर कुछ एक respectable जगह पहुंचा दे.
Yeah, and again, this whole tournament is a flashback of like the 90s. जहाँ 250 का score जो है was an average score and it's a competitive total. This is very unlike one international cricket of today.
It was a very slow wicket.
Very slow wickets and stuff. This is very unlike England. आप जाएंगे आप ये आपको नहीं मिलेगा. वहाँ average score 300 ही होगा मेरे हिसाब से. I mean, you remember that England scored 400 plus against us, and the average scores in one internationals in England are much higher. So this very much is very old-fashioned cricket. जो पूरा tournament हुआ is very old-fashioned.
And this is
not the modern day.
This
cricket.
is supposed to be your home ground. You played enough cricket to know what kind of wickets these are.
Exactly, and prepare for them.
You weren't taken by surprise. You didn't think आपने कहा oh अच्छा इतनी slow wicket है. You know how these wickets behave.
Again, the other, I mean, Afridi for me is he's made some progress. So he's bowled well. He played well. उसके catches कितने drop किए हैं. So he was again positive coming out of the series for me. The big negative, of course, Mohammad Amir.
He looks flat.
He looks so flat. उसको finally drop कर ही दिया. His reputation जो उसके नाम पे खेले जा रहा था वो अभी तक. But he deserved to be dropped. He wasn't doing anything. एक wicket नहीं ली. Last 6-7 games he hadn't taken a wicket. India के खिलाफ पिटा भी. उसको अभी आज test squad announced हुआ है उसमें भी drop कर दिया. So he's not even in that. The surprising bit for me was कि मोहम्मद आमिर को drop करके आपने वहाब रियाज को pick कर लिया. So that in itself, अब मैं compare करता हूँ वहाब रियाज versus मोहम्मद आमिर, and I'm still, I'm like, really? इतना बुरा हाल हो गया मोहम्मद आमिर का कि वहाब रियाज ने मोहम्मद आमिर को replace कर दिया. वो भी मुझे थोड़ा सा, I'm having a bit of a hard time. I don't know what Wahab's done in the domestic sector. I need to look it up, but so that's a bit surprising. But he was clearly not playing well. The picking Junaid was obviously he showed his skills. Bangladesh mein ke khilaf he took 4 wickets in just 19 runs. I think Junaid made a point. और वो जुनैद की तुम celebrations देखते जो उसने celebrations की थी wicket के बाद. They were saying that this is celebration not for Pakistan. It was more about him proving himself that he belongs here, is making a point, making a statement that this is why you don't play me and look at what I can do.
He's been hard done by. There is no denying that. जितना I don't mean कि कोई इसके against कोई lobby है, मगर जितनी leniency और लोगों को मिली है, he doesn't get so much.
He doesn't get that respect. I think Afridi came in because he's Mickey Arthur's, one of the favorites. Same for Mohammad Amir. Same for Sean Masood to an extent, I think. तो वो favoritism मुझे Mickey Arthur में नजर आना शुरू हो गई है. How much control does he really have, and how much control Sarfraz has become a bigger point. You take away Champions Trophy, and that, according to Wasim Makram, now feels like a fluke. This is his words. Ye fluke se hum jeet gaye, kya hua? You take that out and you look at all our performances. They're sort of the same. Yehi aise hi chal raha hai. 5-0 पिटे न्यूजीलैंड में और ये सब, जिम्बाब्वे वेस्ट इंडीज से हम जीत जाते हैं. But otherwise, when you play consistently with the top tier, then you'll really find out. So I'm quite keen to actually see them perform over the next 3 months, because test matches and T20s and one-day internationals, and we'll play all of them against Australia, New Zealand, in South Africa. So this will sort of really tell us कि ये जो Asia Cup में हुआ है हमारे साथ, was this a one-off? Yeah, this is not bound normal proceedings.
As you said, I hope it's a blip. I don't think it's a blip. I think there are some structural issues. I think there are some serious, I wouldn't say talent issues like Shahid Afridi or Nazam Sethi, but the fact they keep going back to same options, कि आमिर के बाद वहाँ प्रयास आ रहा है. अभी हम बात करेंगे अगर इन बैट्समैन को ना खिलाएं तो फिर किन को खिलाएं, तो वो आपके लिए मोहम्मद हफीज़ हैं या अजहर अली हैं. Seems like the talent pool shrink होता हुआ है. You don't have too many options.
That's the thing. So what is happening in the domestic structure, which is not grooming that talent? के वो आगे आए. You should have a bench strength that and any day you can call upon at least 4-5 players तो होने ही चाहिए.
It's either that or you're not making those ballsy decisions also. Like why would Fawad Alam not play? He's fit. He's scoring runs.
But again, this is Mickey Arthur. He says कि मैं जो है, he wants a young team. He's dictating it. I also have a problem with that because Mickey Arthur is the coach. He's not the selector.
He's not.
So exactly. So Inzamam should have a better say on who's going to come into the team based on the domestic structure. Now, I have a point कि domestic structure है जो domestic में perform कर रहा है. भी वो 18 साल का हो. So probably not pick a 45-year-old, but if you're in your 30s and you've done well and you consistently have performed and you're scoring runs, you deserve a chance, yeah.
For heaven's sake, it's cricket. It's not football that you're running back and forth. If you have good functional fitness, you can play until you're 4 years old.
वो ये भी point raise हुआ है कि हम यो टेस्ट करते हैं, fitness नहीं. शहजाद को देखा है अफगानिस्तान का जो कीपर है, उसने किए हैं, कीपिंग भी करता है, उसने 100 भी मारे हैं. क्रिकेट इज नॉट ऐसा कोई गेम जिसमें आपको कोई बहुत ही जबरदस्त फिटनेस ऑफ कोर्स यू नीड, बट आई स्टिल टेक नेचुरल टैलेंट ओवर a very fit person. You need to have of course fitness. By no means you always have to be fit, but talent still trumps fitness for me in this game at least.
But in case of Fawad Alam, he was the fittest, right? In the
of course he was.
So वो वाला argument बनता है कि
he's
he's not fit.
argument में बनता. तो नहीं, quite surprising. So yeah, but unexpected for me as well for some reason.
What do you think about India? How their bowling lineup? Were you impressed by their bowling?
Bumrah and Kumar जिन्होंने bowling कराई है death पे यार, you couldn't do anything.
very disciplined. So it's
at
changed.
at will Yorkers, at will. Bumrah to at will hai, precision, and it's not like he's super fast. Not a very big run up either. मैंने उसको तो अभी live देखा है. Not a very big run up, not racing in either, but precision and control and at will what he wanted to do.
You see discipline.
You
when
see
they-
discipline, absolutely. You see discipline, and हम लोग कह रहे थे कि you know when we heard the news that Kohli's not playing the Asia Cup, we were so disappointed कि यार मैं मैच देखने जा रहा हूँ. Kohli's not going to be playing, and what if we beat India? कि वो कहेंगे यार कोहली के बगैर हरा दिया. अब imagine इस टीम में हम इतना बुरा आ रहे हैं, अभी तो कोहली था भी नहीं.
कोहली वैसे नहीं खेलता. आप जो 237 पे तो कोहली की बैटिंग नहीं आती. तो
Exactly.
yeah, in
so,
hindsight, Kohli made the right move.
Kohli made the right move because we probably knew this would be a walk in the park for them. I mean, they should have just handed the cup to. मैं कह रहा हूँ इंडिया को हटा दो तो इन जो बाकी सारी टीमें थी उनका कितना जबरदस्त
काफी interesting टॉप होना था.
India was a bit, odd one out for me.
I think it was a cheat move.
कि
मगर अब आप एशिया कप के अंदर you couldn't make it to the final. That's how bad situation is.
yeah, exactly. Between Hong Kong, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan, India.
You couldn't qualify for the
You
final.
couldn't qualify for the final. Bangladesh beat you without their two main players, Saqib and Tamim. Can you imagine कि आप शोएब मलिक और बाबर आजम को निकाल दें हमारी टीम से अभी? Just imagine, you play the same team that Pakistan had without Shoaib Malik and without Babar Azam. Or without Fakhar or something like that.
I'm thinking how would you beat Hong Kong with that lineup? Forget about Afghanistan or Bangladesh.
So, and then Bangladesh still beat us. उनके तो fifth, sixth sort of bowlers, part-time bowlers करा रहे थे bowling, जिन पे हमने विकेटें, gift किए. So it's quite dire in that sense. So this should be a pretty big wake-up call for all parties in terms of captain, coach, selectors, the players themselves. जो attitude था, कहाँ गलतियाँ हुई हैं, where do you need to take responsibility? How do you handle pressure? This is again, a lot of the team is quite young, except for Shoaib Malik and a few others. So Faraz वगैरह जो थोड़े experienced हैं. Inexperience भी show हुआ मेरे हिसाब से, because they don't have that mindset to graft an innings and take it to the end. Shoaib Malik जिस तरह अफगानिस्तान में end तक ले गया था and he won the match. जो game finishing होती है, it's not there. I can't see anyone finish a game for us besides Shoaib Malik right now. But you can't have just one person do it all the time. It's a team game.
He will fail. Sooner or later, he will fail. And who will kind
Who's
of
the backup?
take over from him? Would you really race there? Who is he going to pass that baton to? There's no one. Babar was a little off color. But again, how often are you going to rely on Babar and one batsman, in this case, Shoaib Malik?
And Sarfaraz admitting कि मैं जो है ना पूरे tournament में tension में सोया नहीं, he couldn't see, had sleepless nights and he's under pressure, and so he really was, I think, took the pressure upon himself, which affected his captaincy, which has affected his batting. It sort of spread across the team. पूरी team under इतना under pressure लगी मुझे कि basics नहीं हो रहे थे सही.
Look, there's a good pressure, there's a bad pressure. Do you think Rohit Sharma के ऊपर pressure नहीं था पूरे इंडिया का? But how do you respond to that pressure? And that's a big question mark over his ability as a captain in the long run. कि अगर ये एशिया कप के final tournament में जिसमें after India you're the only one, you're supposed to be there, and after you there is Hong Kong and Bangladesh and Afghanistan. इसमें अगर आपके इतना pressure आ रहा है कि आप रात को सो नहीं रहे, and that reflects in your performance, तो फिर आप वर्ल्ड कप में अगले क्या करेंगे, आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया में क्या करेंगे, आप साउथ अफ्रीका में क्या करेंगे? And he really needs to think hard whether or not he is made of that material, whether or not he wants to be a captain.
But the problem is that giving his tactics, I thought he was quite a street smart cricketer. So this also is a bit of surprise. उसने captaincy की has been very, very ordinary. But I can't pick anyone else to take over the captaincy except for Shoaib Malik. But Shoaib Malik obviously has had his experiences as well with captaincy. But there is no other sort of capable person in the team to even lead the side. So I'm not saying it would be a bit of a knee-jerk reaction for me, ke, you remove Sarfaraz from captaincy or whatever. I think it's too late now with the World Cup coming up. You gotta stick with the plan that you have. You gotta still make the tweaks. Domestic, and it's probably also too late to groom someone absolutely brand new in. So you gotta go with what you have. Hafiz ko le aaye, some seasoned Fawad Alam ko le aaye. So that would still make sense to me. Bringing some 20-year-old into the team who's doing well in domestics and then trying to groom him. खैर फखर जमान को भी हमने इसी तरह चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी में डेब्यू करा दिया था, तो it's not.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be really debuting someone a couple of months before the World Cup and trying to groom them quickly to be a key part of the World Cup.
It's about having a right mix also.
Exactly.
कि आपके
Experience.
सारे averages 21 नहीं हो सकती. You need someone who has some grey hair, someone who can think, who's spent enough time out there. Shoaib Malik statistically is not your best batsman. He's averaging 35, but he has crap tons of experience that he can rely on. So, no, I agree with you. Honestly, Sarfraz that I saw in Champions Trophy, I really like it. I really liked it. He was very refreshing. He was aggressive. Champions Trophy final, I don't think it was a fluke. They were super aggressive. Matches before, leading up to Champions Trophy final, he was aggressive. I remember he always had a slip. शादाब को खिलाना, शादाब को कहना कि आगे कराते रहो. He was good, but after that he just got carried away with his whole जो एक इसकी personality का हो गया था कि he's very chirpy or
in your face
kind. So I think he's lost all the good things that he had going for him in Champions Trophy, and then he just became this dull, flat captain who's afraid of losing. And I agree with you. I don't think कोई knee-jerk reaction की ज़रूरत है. I believe sometimes it helps if you talk to a senior guy or a therapist who kind of helps you. He puts you back on track. Bhai, this is your problem. This is what you're thinking, because I think there's a big mindset problem, and they need to address it somehow. Shoaib Malik making him a captain will be a very risky decision at this point.
Yeah,
politics आ जाएगी 9 महीने पहले. How do you fight that?
के साथ, and I'm still saying.
Plus, he's also on his way out, so it's a short-term decision.
Yeah, he's very short-term. So you can't be short-sighted. You can't be short-sighted in this sense. But I think this is the best you have for me. Right or wrong. Combination सही नहीं खिलाया मेरे हिसाब से. Decision सही नहीं की, captaincy सही नहीं थी, fielding was awful. So there was a combination of things that could have gone right. Fakhr up the order always has set the tone for us, over the last year. He didn't show up at all. That made a huge difference. Babar didn't score. Agar Fakhr Babari score kar lete, it would have been a different outcome. But still middle order में gap मुझे लगा. Sarfaraz is, like you said, no means a number 4 or number 5, number 6, number 7, yes. So that still remains a gap. So they need to be able to, plug that.
Yeah, and because bowling was not tested, we don't know how good bowling is. By the way, bowling is also there's a lot of unproven talent out there.
I mean,
Especially
still Hassan Ali bhi thoda sa, he's had a bit of a down, so he hasn't been, it's not the Champions Trophy highlight reels anymore.
Very flat. Hassan Ali was very flat.
Very flat. Afridi, like I said, Afridi is a positive out of the tournament. Amir, I don't know what to do with Amir.
Look, on one, when I say I don't want to drop Sarfraz or strip him of captaincy, I don't want to drop Amir. I don't think dropping Amir is a solution.
But they've dropped Amir from the test squad already for Australia.
I don't like it personally. I think Amir is still your leading bowler. He's having a bit of an off time. He's a class act.
But he's had it off for a long time. The stats, the numbers just don't. Its reputation precedes himself.
I agree on one hand, but the thing is, you still need someone like Amir to be bowling alongside Shaheen Shah Afridi to kind of guide him, tell him.
I'm not sure. I mean, you have Hassan Ali, Junaid and Afridi bowling. Given Amir's form, I'd probably still take Junaid over Amir right now. So it's just a question about maybe he goes back to domestic cricket, plays a bit, gets back into the rhythm, gets his mind clear, and he is under pressure. He's Shoaib Malik even said that he's lacking confidence. So I think he needs to take his time.
I hope that break does good to him.
Take a break, go play domestic, play some games, take some wickets in domestic, build up his confidence again, come back. Again, flat pitches mein, Bessie Ahmed probably struggles a bit. Against swinging conditions, although he'll do well, I have no doubt. But right now, if I had to play a game tomorrow, given what I've seen, I would play Junaid Khan. I'd play.
Junaid Khan needs to play. He's done enough.
He's done enough. Usman bhi, pehle do matches mein he was quite off color. Didn't play well.
Nawaz looked very ordinary.
Nawaz as
He
a spinning
bowled.
option,
He
well,
bowled
but
okay.
batting again, nothing.
But if you're defending 240, 250 runs, Nawaz will not get you 5 wickets.
No,
4
he's
wickets.
not your Saeed
he can
Ajmal.
tame. Yeah, he
he's
can
not
tame.
koi aapka top line off spinner.
Yeah, Shadab hasn't progressed to me as a bowler or as a batsman.
He actually, again, batting wise, he didn't do anything.
Clearly he had a good
Bangladesh-
run एक batting के अंदर उसके बाद उसको अब label कर दे कि he's a genuine all-rounder. He's not.
He's still unproven.
And my problem is, I hope he doesn't get that message कि अब मैं अगर थोड़ी सी bowling कर लूँ, थोड़ी सी batting कर लूँ, then I will be here like
He
Afridi.
still needs to be primarily a bowler first.
Exactly. If he's not a good bowler, he's out.
Exactly. But वही ना कि combination जो खिला रहे थे, they were banking on कि these like Fahim Ashraf भी to an extent उसको ज़्यादा matches नहीं खेला, but Fahim, Shadab, Sarfaraz, even to an extent Asif, all these 4 for me are not your frontline batsmen. They are all-rounders who can bat a bit and bowl a bit. Bowling probably better than batting for all of them. Except Asif, जो as a pure batsman खेलता है, but he's also not your middle order batsman. He, like you said earlier, he's a quick 30-40 sort. That's it.
And he's your he only does batting.
He's only batting.
अगर वो थोड़ी सी off spin भी करा देता, I would say अच्छा ठीक है, a little bit of batting, bits and pieces, player, utility cricketer. Not good enough.
Exactly.
If quick fire 30 is all you can offer.
He's a big hitter, and he seems like a better version of Afridi कि छक्के लंबे में मारता है, बड़े छक्के मारता है. But only as batting, I'm not sure.
And Afridi was a fantastic bowler.
Of course.
So, I don't know if
fielding,
that's all you can do,
bowling,
then I'm sorry. Then you have to go back and just do something else.
Because you can't just be a hitter.
To me, he's a poor man's Glenn Maxwell right now for me.
Yeah.
And Glenn Maxwell is an excellent fielder and he bowls a little bit also. So not good enough in 2018. I'm sorry. So yeah, plenty to think about, plenty to look forward to. If there's any team that can turn around from here, it's Pakistan. We know that.
Unpredictability में तो हम माहिर हैं, and like I said, the next three months will be interesting to see how they play, and how they perform. But India Bangladesh final tomorrow, I think it's a no contest. India wins hands down. With no Tamim Iqbal, no Saqib.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be even close.
It'll be the biggest upset in the history of cricket in the recent past, or maybe in the history of cricket. If India loses to Bangladesh in the final, I don't see it happening. Honestly, I don't think it'll be a sold-out match. Also,
of course,
just going to be a walk in the park for Indians.
It'll of course be a sold-out because.
And they deserve to.
They sold out with 99% Indians. Even Pakistan-India match में जब मैं गया था, they were about 10-1. It was almost sold out. Sold out game. 10-1 Indians. And they'll show up. I mean, when your team's performing like this, I'd love to go and watch.
Yeah.
Imagine you were an Indian fan right now. I mean, you love to watch your team play and how to perform your rivals and walk over everyone basically.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be great to watch. I mean, they were dominant.
And India needed this after English series, after
Yeah, this
how
is-
they
this is
performed
a
in
good-
England. I think they needed it, and they did it very nicely.
Yeah, so I'm hands down favorites to win tomorrow the final. But then I guess Pakistan Australia starts in 10 days or so. The first test match, they start with the test matches.
So I guess we'll do a preview then before.
We'll do a preview of the Australia Pakistan series. We'll go do a deeper dive on the squad that's been selected, announced today. Of course, Mohamed Amir is the highlight, but okay, he's not playing. And I guess the highlight for me also was that Wahab Riaz is back, but I guess we
going
can
back
talk about it in the next podcast before the Pakistan
Yeah,
Australia series comes.
This was important.
But this was important to discuss, close out the Asia Cup, at least from Pakistan perspective. Obviously, the finals tomorrow, but yeah, utterly disappointing. Hopefully, we'll learn from this, fix the mistakes, and pick up from where hopefully we can't get lower than this. I mean, this was pretty ordinary.
In terms of batting lineup, I think this is probably the weakest, as I said, batting lineup I've seen in a long time.
I'm missing the कुछ middle order होता था कि Yunus Khan, Yusuf Yohana, Inzamam या Misbah. Can you imagine that caliber कि Yohana, Yusuf खेल रहा है आपका इंजमाम खेल रहा है, आपका यूनुस खान खेल रहा है, या आपका मिडल ऑर्डर, उसमें से मिसबा was trying to come into this team कि मिडल ऑर्डर में जगह ही नहीं है. और ये मिडल ऑर्डर वो इन मिडल ऑर्डर को देखें अभी जो मिडल ऑर्डर है और वो मिडल ऑर्डर है.
This batting lineup is a joke, honestly. It's a harsh word, but that's how I feel
So
about this batting
I
lineup.
felt that the weakest was for me the batting, then the क्या कहते हैं probably the fielding and then the bowling. Fielding भी बहुत ordinary थी, बहुत ordinary.
Fielding,
The bowling was still chalo, I would say
I think
average. I mean, bowling also didn't perform that well, but average.
bowling
thing.
wasn't tested up. अगर
Also
आप
wasn't
270
tested.
बनाते हो वो फिर defend नहीं कर पाते, then you could
Yeah.
have said कि यार bowling ने नहीं काम किया. Okay?
Yeah, but bowling was still half decent.
237, you drop Rohit Sharma,
It's no contest.
then I think it's game over then and there.
You need to take half chances and 237, not drop dollies.
Yeah, it's a full chances मुश्किल हो रही थी. Also crucial runouts जब हम batting कर रहे थे.
Yeah, of course. Babar ka run out was crucial.
Fakhr Zaman के I know in hindsight easy for me to say मगर
Yeah,
दो
because
reviews थे.
Babar's run out in that crucial game against India, that was a turning point.
That was a turning point. उसी मैच में शायद शोएब मलिक भी run out हुआ है. There were 2 runouts, I guess.
Yes, there was.
Yeah. So that was kind of a turning point of the tournament for us. फखर जमान के 2 रिव्यूज जो थे जो होने चाहिए थे वो रिव्यूज नहीं लिए. तो इस तरह की चीज़ें भी काफ़ी थी, but nonetheless I think batting they need to find answers very quickly. As you said, 10 days and you're playing against Australia, which is not the strongest Australian team.
No, they've got
At
5
all.
debutants. So
तो आपके पास है चांस थोड़ा सा अपना आपको एक्सपेरिमेंट करना, रिवाइव करने का. But let's see how they respond to this crisis situation.
yeah, we'll find out, I guess.
Okay. Anything else, my friend?
No, we'll wrap it up. I guess we'll do another one just before the Pakistan-Australia series.
Absolutely. Let's talk soon.
That's a big 6.